So looking at this current Bitcoin price action, we can see, guys, the price of Bitcoin right now is flashing us a very interesting scenario. A scenario which is pointing us where the price in the immediate short term, where the price for the upcoming days might be possibly heading. So please, before I start talking about it, let's destroy that like button and let's try to reach at least 1,000 like in this video. Thank you very much. Now, first thing first, what I want you guys to monitor is this bearish continuation pattern known as rising wedge. According to this rising wedge, Bitcoin has officially broken out of this lower trend line which previously acted as support. Now it is clearly in a downtrend. So if this exact scenario plays out just like as shown here in an example, if you monitor this price action after failing to find support at this lower trend line, it resulted in a bearish move which had a relief rally, but this relief rally turned out to be a temporary relief rally before following the original direction. And if you look in our case, a very similar scenario played out. We had a pullback, a relief rally, and now if this results in another continuation to the downside, where could this be heading? It could be heading towards the price objective from this rising wedge which sits around 100,000 area. Yes guys, 100,000 will be looked as our next area of confluence, next area where we could be getting attracted before choosing an actual direction. Because at the moment, guys, at the moment, it's not just only this rising wedge, even this rising channel is clearly pointing us weakness, also showing that this bearish continuation has also lined up perfectly. Now if it does result in another continuation after we break below this price area, I mean 110,000 price area, it could be free falling. Yes, you heard that correctly, guys. If Bitcoin loses a support around 110,000, there could be another free fall which could bring the price of Bitcoin around 100,000 area. And why is this so important? I mean, Bitcoin to remain above this key trend line, because if you monitor this price action here using a falling channel, you know falling channel is a bullish continuation pattern where the upper trend line acts as resistance, lower trend line acts as support. So I just showed you here, if you look at the volume profile, this is a value area. I mean, there has been a lot of activities around 110,000 price range. So if Bitcoin holds this trend line, then there could be another relief rally, another attempt to break out of this key trend line, invalidate this bearish continuation pattern. But if we fail to do that, I mean, according to this falling channel, which is a bullish continuation pattern, you can see Bitcoin looks like following this lower highs, lower lows continuation pattern type of formation. And if this bearish continuation continues, this lower trend line for now will be attracting us, but this lower trend line will be acting as support as well, which in our case, you can see, which in our case could be around $110,000. So that's why if Bitcoin after testing 110,000 shows some strength, then we definitely want this upper trend line also to be broken, because once we do that, then in the immediate short term we are expecting a relief rally, an actual relief rally, and price also hitting back towards $116,000, $117,000. But failing to hold this key trend line on 110,000 means we must prepare ourselves for a continuation which could look somehow like this: Bitcoin following this rising wedge, Bitcoin following this rising channel, and parallelly also losing the strength from our very important indicator. I mean, this bottom CPI line. This is a leading indicator which gives us information beforehand. And according to this leading indicator as well, if Bitcoin loses a support around 110,000, right, around this horizontal trend line, you can see parallelly it will also break below this bottom CPI line, which is our last line of support. Yes guys, for the month of September, according to this leading indicator, this is our last line of support. So if we fail to hold around 110,000, then according to this indicator, leading indicator, until we close the month of September, even this S1 line will be attracting us around 102,000. So that's why around 102,000 is where we are expecting Bitcoin to get attracted before deciding the actual direction. And this 102,000 will be our worst case price target. But for the immediate short term, we are still looking at some bearish continuation pattern lining up for Bitcoin. I mean, this Williams alligator indicator has finally made a bearish cross. Blue line at the top, green line at the bottom. Along with that, RSI. You can see RSI has unfortunately dropped below 50 and MACD has officially formed a bearish cross. So that's why I want you to be very, very careful. Once Bitcoin loses a support around 110,000, you can see what will also line up parallelly. A head and shoulder in a weekly time frame, which could bring the price of Bitcoin around $100,000. Yes, guys, unfortunately, this is also another bearish continuation pattern lining up for Bitcoin. So if we want to invalidate this bearish continuation pattern in a weekly time frame, even this dead cat bounce type of formation, which got rejected exactly after testing in between 0.5, 0.618 Fibonacci line. If you look at it carefully, you can see short selling, the reversal breakdown, which in the worst case could bring the price of Bitcoin towards the lower trend line from this descending channel. And if you look at this lower trend line from the descending channel, it sits around $100,000 to $100,000. So that is another reason. Please be careful and monitor the price movement around 110,000 carefully, because losing that means another free fall, which could unfortunately bring the price of Bitcoin back towards 100,000 area. And why is this 100,000 so important? Because if we zoom out again, look at this in a weekly time frame with the help of this 50 exponential moving average, you can see this 50 exponential moving average has also marked the bottom. In history, whenever we got attracted towards this trend line during uptrend, the price of Bitcoin after that has done very, very bullish. We got thrown back towards the 50 exponential moving average, which acted as support, later resulted in a new higher high. Same thing happened here. We got thrown back towards the 50 exponential moving average, which held the price, which later resulted in a new higher high. So even in the worst case, if Bitcoin does get attracted around 102,000, I don't think we have topped out, guys. I'm being very, very honest with you. It could be the last pullback, last liquidity hunt, and after that, a continuation of an uptrend or a blow off top type of movement. So even in the worst case, I still believe Bitcoin bull market has not ended yet, and this pullback will be giving us a buying opportunity. So in case of doubt, I suggest you guys to simply zoom out. So these were some of the quick update that I wanted to share with you in this video. If you enjoyed my work, then please, guys, do not hesitate to destroy that like button, and to those individuals watching this for the first time, to hit that subscribe button. And by saying this, I'm signing out until next time. Bye bye.